Never underestimate the power of denial.
Because here's the thing, the D&D verse doesn't really appeal to me that much.
You're not listening to me. I am not listening.
It's my personal need to explore a huge variety of wacky and non-wacky settings, to play literally any character I can conceivably come up with, and to explore the darkest aspects of humanity and the universe that leads me not to be particularly interested in Dungeons & Dragons.
And I'm not listening!
D&D is at its core a happy game system, and even if your campaign is that you're outlaw bounty hunters hunting down pedophile priests that are protected by the king, or whatever, right? Yeah, you can do it, but you are playing against the tone of the system that the system was designed for, and you will feel it mechanically.
Not listening. Not listening.
Many people even do explore other RPG systems and then eventually return to D&D. And some will argue that this is evidence that D&D is objectively the goodest, but I would attribute it to the massive popularity of D&D among people who play the hobby as is, and also the aforementioned nostalgia factor.
I'm not listening to you. You only believe in science.
What if I don't want to go into dungeon? What if I don't want to be a powerful hero, but an alcoholic who is good at playing dice? What if I want to be street level only?
I'm not listening!
And so D&D blocks me from telling the stories that I would like to tell the most. The world? Who the fuck is that? I don't give a shit. I've been saving the world for as long as I can remember having narratives in my life. I want to do something that I actually care about, and though D&D can do that, the system is just built in a manner so different that I ask myself, why bother?
That's not true. That's impossible.
But at that point you will have to hack the system to a degree that it's barely recognizable as Dungeons & Dragons. So at that point you might as well be playing a different game system altogether.
Search your feelings, you know it to be true.
And I understand the argument that you don't have to take the lore as is of Dungeons & Dragons. You can change the god descriptions and the racial descriptions, and you can reskin everything. But you know what? At that point, I'd rather be the one doing the skinning in the first place.
I'll just remember that it's the opposite of what they say.
I'd really be more comfortable if you rewrote the form.
No, I'll remember. Opposite, opposite, opposite.
Don't you want to know how I did that? I'll tell you. You're on a loop. They go around the block. They come back. They go around again.
5e is awesome. 5e has restrictive rules. You can ignore 5e rules. Ignoring rules makes the game awesome.
They just go round and round. Round and round. They just go round and round. Round and round. They just go round and round. Round and round.
And I understand the argument that you don't have to take the lore as is of Dungeons & Dragons. You can change the god descriptions and the racial descriptions, and you can reskin everything. But you know what? At that point, I'd rather be the one doing the skinning in the first place.
They just go round and round.
I'm a man,
They just go round and round.
legend.
Round and round.
It's sad. Should we increase their lithium?
Not yet. I want to see what happens if we confiscate one of their pens.
Fortunately, there are solutions. For example, crystal meth has been shown to be very effective. Well, it must be psychosomatic. Now, don't worry, that's just a fancy doctor word for your brain is broken. Unfortunately, there's no field of medicine that deals with the brain. But I can give you a pamphlet for a cult